Hello everyone, I'm Ines and welcome to today's class. Today's class will be a beginner 20-minute Vinyasa flow. But don't worry, we will be taking a very decent pace so you can understand what is it that you're supposed to do and so that you can correctly position your body. So if you're ready, get into some comfy clothes and meet me on the mat. We're going to start off in child's pose, so when you're ready, come into a kneeling position. Sit comfortably on your heels. And when you're ready, take an exhale and fold forward over your thighs. Let your forehead sink comfortably on the mat. And take your arms straight above you. Let them relax, let them fall on the mat. And with a sigh, just let go of any tension. And allow your body to completely relax. And taking a deep inhale and exhale through your nose. And as you bring your attention into the present moment, maybe take a second to see how you feel. These next 20 minutes are going to be dedicated to you and only you. So leave everything else outside the door. Breathe at a rhythm which is comfortable. When you're ready, start to roll your head up and come into all fours. Make sure your shoulders are right above your wrists and that your legs are parallel and hip width apart. Really push the ground away with your hands. And with an inhale, try to roll your head up, open out your chest, roll your shoulders back, and take your sacrum back and up. And with an exhale, curl inwards, so bring your head towards your chest, hug your ribcage in, engage your core, and bring your sacrum inwards and down. So we're going to do a couple of rounds more. Find a rhythm which is comfortable for you. And really engage your whole core and your arms and your legs. Push against the ground with your hands. This will help you to create more space in your chest. And move with the breath. And with the next inhale, we will start to do circling motion. So take your head to the right side accompanied by your glutes. And then roll over to the left and kind of create a circling motion. There is no right or wrong way to do this. As long as it feels good, feel free to move freely. And make sure to breathe. So try to accompany this movement with your breath. And then we're going to take it in the opposite direction. So take your head and your hips up to the left. And again, continue with a circling motion. We're just really trying to bring mobility to our core here and our spine, awakening it. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips, shorten your stance. So walk your feet close to your face. And with an inhale, take your right leg up and bend at the knee. So really, you want to open your right hip to the side, but without letting your hips come completely upward. So you want to try and keep your hips squared facing the mat. And really try and point your foot upwards and back towards your head. And with an exhale, bring your right foot down and lift your left foot with an inhale. Bend at the knee. Try and bring your left foot towards your right shoulder. Then again, keeping your hips squared, facing the mat. And don't forget about the hands. Continue pushing the ground away from you. And with the next exhale, walk your way up to the front of the mat and come into Uttanasana, forward fold. Grab hold of your opposite elbow, slightly bend your knees, and allow yourself to completely fall over and relax into ragdoll. The more you bend, the more you allow yourself to relax into this posture and stretch the back part of your legs. And with an inhale, halfway lift. Put your fingertips on the ground. And exhale, fold. And inhale, make your way up into standing, your arms above your head at shoulder width apart. Now with an exhale, we're going to come into Utkatasana chair pose. So make sure your knees fall at midway of your feet so you're still able to see your toes. You want to keep your spine elongated. So if it's easier, you can either have your arms stretched above your head or you can bring your hands to your hips, as you prefer. And just keep your core engaged. Hug your rib cage inwards. And with an exhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, forward fold. And come up into high plank. With an exhale, bring your knees, chest, and chin to the mat. And with an inhale, you're going to slide forward, low cobra. Make sure your pubis is touching the ground. And with an exhale, come up into downward facing dog. Make any adjustments you feel necessary. And look between your ankles, relax your gaze. And with an exhale, make your way up to the top of the mat again. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And with an inhale, make your way up. The palms of your hands facing each other. Exhale, hands up together, heart center. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Make your way into high plank. With an exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. With an inhale, slide forward, low cobra. With an exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Really push away the mat with your hands. Hug your ribcage in. Look in between your ankles. Bend your knees a little bit if you feel that you need to do so. It's all about creating space. Inhale, walk to the top of the mat. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And with an inhale, you're going to rise up with your arms. Keep them straight. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your knees slightly bent. With an inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Then inhale, slide forward, low cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, walk towards your face, downward facing dog. Keep your legs engaged, push the floor away with your feet and your hands. If you feel like your spine is curling outwards, bend your knees to create more space to elongate. And keep breathing. Then inhale, lift your right leg up, point to the sky. With an exhale, bring your right thigh towards your chest and curl it to the front until you bring your right foot to the mat between your hands. Make your way up into crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your hips. And focus. Keep your legs engaged. Your back heel is pushing away, trying to reach the wall behind you. And with an exhale, slowly bring your left knee to the mat. Bring your hands together, heart center, Namaskar position. And we're going to go into a twist, so bring your left elbow to your right knee. Really press with your left elbow against your right knee to be able to open up your chest more. Keep your legs engaged. Make sure your right knee is on top of your right ankle. And come back into center. Make your way up into crescent lunge once more. And with an exhale, you're going to bring your left foot forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, you're going to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. With an inhale, you're going to take your arms up to the sky with your knees slightly bent. Exhale, hands together, heart center, release. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Come into high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, slide forward, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your ankles. Relax your gaze and breathe. With an inhale, left foot goes up to the sky, keeping that leg active. Then exhale, bring your left thigh to your chest and your foot towards your hands. Come up into crescent lunge. Keep both of your legs activated, your left knee on top of your left ankle. Your hands come to your hips. And then with an exhale, you're going to slowly bring your right knee to the mat. Taking your hands together, heart center, namaskar position. Bring your right elbow to your left knee and push against your knee with your elbow. Open your chest. Your gaze is pointing towards the left side. And your right toes are really pushing against the mat, keeping your right leg active. Try to keep your hips square. Come back into center, make your way back into crescent lunge. Then exhale, the right foot comes forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And with an inhale, you're going to take your arms up, come up to standing. Exhale, hands together, heart center, release. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your knees slightly bent, make your way into a high plank. With an exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, come up into low cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips. You're going to come up into downward facing dog. It's okay if your heels don't touch the ground. It's just an internal intention. Push away the ground with your hands, but wrap your triceps in. With an inhale, bring your foot forward between your hands. Straighten your leg, triangle forward fold. So bring the tip of your fingers next to your toes if it's possible. And keeping the distance between your ears and your shoulders, open up the chest. And once you've created enough space with an exhale, try and bring your abdomen towards your thigh. You're going to slowly start walking to the left side with your hands to wide-legged forward fold. And if it's possible, take hold of your big toes with your indicator and middle finger. And once again, with an inhale, try to create space. And with an exhale, fold forward, trying to bring your head towards the mat. If it helps, you can also bring the elbows to the sides to deepen the fold. And just breathe and relax and try and deepen the stretch with every exhale. And now you're going to keep walking with your hands all the way around until you come to a seated position with your knees stacked, one on top of the other. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me better. And try to keep your knees properly aligned, one on top of the other. And with an inhale, create space, move up. Continue breathing, and before you fold forward, try to grow up a bit. And you're going to make your way back, so twist back into the wide-legged forward fold. Stay here for a breath, then go into the triangle forward fold. And then with an exhale, slightly bend your right knee and come up into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms go up. You're going to come up into standing. Don't bring your hips too far forward, too far back. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, fold, keeping your knees slightly bent. Plant your hands, come up into a high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Your elbows are pointing backwards, your shoulders away from your ears, and come up into low cobra. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. With an inhale, take your left leg up. Inhale, roll it in, bring your left foot between your hands. Straighten your left leg, and once again, triangle forward fold. Remember, the important thing here is to create space, and if you feel this is too intense, maybe you can walk your right foot inward a little bit. Your right heel is not supposed to touch the ground, don't worry. It's just our main aim here is really to stretch that left leg. Then we're gonna walk and turn to the right side. So once again, wide-legged forward fold to the opposite side. Try and keep your feet parallel. And once again, you can either bring your hands to the mat or take hold of your toes with your indicator and your second finger. Really breathe into the posture, and if you feel you're ready, you can maybe bring your elbows to the side. And once again, you're gonna walk your hands all the way around until you come into the stacked knee position once again. So make sure your glutes are equally seated on the mat. And then again, you can just begin to fold forward, whatever that looks like for you. So you're alone at home, there's no pressure, no one judging you, just listen to your body and see what feels right. It's better to have a damaged ego than a damaged body part. See what feels right. It's better to have a damaged ego than a damaged body part. And when you're ready, we're going to make our way back into the wide-legged forward fold. Take a breath here and then just walk into the triangle forward fold with your hand. Bend into your left knee slightly, Uttanasana forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms go up, come up into standing. Keep the distance between your ears and your shoulders. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Release. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, fold forward. And make your way up into high plank. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Wrap your triceps in and make your way into high plank. So once again, your shoulders want to be on top of your wrists. You want to press the ground with your toes. And with an exhale, just lift your hips so it's like a wider downward dog, but don't move your feet or your hands. And with an exhale, come back into a high plank. Your legs are together and active, and you try to create a straight line with your head, your torso, and your legs. And come down into a wide downward facing dog again with an exhale. And inhale, high plank once again. Really engaging your core, hugging your rib cage inward. And exhale, large downward facing dog. So with that wider stance. And then bring your knees down to the mat and make your way onto your back. So lay down on your back with your knees bent, your feet are on the ground. You have your arms long by your sides, palms of the hands facing downwards. And with an exhale, you're going to lift your hips and come up into Setu Bandhasana. And just imagine you have a tennis ball between your hands that you don't want to let fall. Between your knees, sorry. And your points of leverage are your feet and the back of your head and your shoulders. So really press with them against the ground to be able to come up into your posture a little bit more. Keep your glutes engaged, your core engaged. And with an exhale, bring your back down onto the mat. Take your legs out straight in front of you. Take a moment to look at your feet to see if your body is properly aligned. You want your head to be centered. You want your arms to be long by your side. And then when you're ready, you're just gonna lift your legs up, your glutes and your lower back off the ground in one go. And you're gonna take your hands onto your lower back Vinyasa, shoulder stand. So the aim here is to try and bring your elbows as close as possible. And it can be quite challenging to be straight, so to have your whole body in a straight line. So if you feel more comfortable, bring your knees towards your face slightly until you create a 45-degree angle. You want to create a distance between your chest and your belly button. You want that distance to be as large as possible. You want your feet to be active as if they're trying to step on the wall behind you. And you really want to push with your shoulders and your arms against the ground to be able to grow a little bit more in the posture. With an exhale, bring your knees towards your face, take your hands to the ground. They're going to help you come down. So using your hand as a brake, just bring your back onto the mat vertebrae by vertebrae. And we're going to go directly into Matsyasana, fish pose. So bring the palms of your feet together, let your knees fall to the sides in butterfly pose. And grab opposite elbows above your head. And just breathe. This is the end of your practice, so you're really just trying to unwind here. Let your lower back keep its natural curve. So imagine you have a small trail of ants walking below you that you do not want to squish. And you can either stay here as long as you like, breathing, enjoying this relaxing posture. Or if you prefer, you can make your way into Shavasana, corpse pose, for a final relaxation. And thank you for joining me today in class. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.